So this one is a little bit different from the first few that we've done. This time we're not given all resistors. We're given a voltage, only one resistor, and then this guy here. This symbol, alright, is an ammeter, which tells us the current going through this. So when we set this up, again, we still want to make our table. One, two, and since we don't have a third resistor, we're just going to leave it as total. Alright, write in the stuff that you have, that you're given. We are given a 4.5 volts. That is the total voltage. And we are given R1 of 7 ohms. And then we're given this 0.6 amps. Once you have the current at any position, you have the current everywhere. So I'm just going to throw that in IT, this 0.6 amps. And that's the same everywhere. So it's going to be 0.6 here and 0.6 here. So easiest thing, or the next thing that you're going to want to do, given VT and IT, use the triangle to solve for the total resistance. So if you're looking for R, it's V over I. So it's VT over IT, which would be 4.5 volts over 0.6 amps. Now, dividing out, this kicks out to be 7.5 ohms. Now that is our RT. Okay, so this is going to be, should be pretty self-explanatory, but I'm just going to write a little side note for it. So you're going to subtract RT by the other R's values, or by the other resistors, to get the missing value. Now this one's very simple just because it's one, but if there were multiple resistors, like let's say 4 resistors, and you were finding the 5th one, if you knew what RT was, you would do this minus R1, 2, 3, and 4 to get R5. This one is just 7.5 minus 7 to get the missing value. So 7.5 minus 7 is going to give us this 0.5 ohms. So this is how we wind up with this missing resistor. Let's zoom out for a second. Because we didn't know this, that is how we're going to get it. And then, once we have I1 and R1 and I2 and R2, you multiply out and you get your V's. So V1 is I1 times R1. So I was 0.6, R1 was 7. This comes out to be 4.2. I'm sorry, 4.2. And V2, which would be I2 times R2, 0.6 again for the current. This time our resistor here is only 0.5, and this comes out to be 0.3 volts. So again, you have to make sure you add these guys together so it kicks out to be exactly the total. It comes out to be 4.5, so this is good, and then I would write these values in their little boxes. 4.2 volts and 0.3 volts.